Okay, this is a 2001 Mercedes ML320 W163 chassis, and I'm doing the trailer wiring now on it. If you watched the last trailer hitch video, I did attach the trailer wiring, the relay box up underneath the tail lamp, and it came unstuck, so I'm not leaving it in there. I'm going to move it inside the passenger compartment. I thought it would be okay out there, but I'm not taking the chance. So anyway, I've had to remove, unfortunately, I videotaped the first part and deleted the video. So where do I start here? What I had to take off. The bottom threshold step plate, pull the rubber trim out, and then there's little plugs in the threshold, little round plugs in there. Pop those out with a screwdriver, and then it's nothing but a bunch of Phillips screws. Don't yank it up after that, because underneath the little box underneath, see it under there? That's your compass. If you don't give a shit about your compass, just yank it out, who cares? But that's your compass, so leave it, I guess. Plus, you're going to use this wire to access this channel to run the wire for the right side tail light. And there's a couple Phillips screws, one up in here, one up underneath this panel here, the side panel that comes down, and a plastic plug like this up in the very top corner. See the hole that holds this panel on. And then I've just kind of pried this out, and I'm not going to pull the whole panel out because you'd have to pull the whole front. I just need it over a little bit so I can see in here. And when you get down, you will see this plug. That's your trailer wiring connector, the factory trailer wiring connector. And that's what we're going to be tapping into. And the red wire, see at the top, there's a red wire. That's your 12 volt constant power wire. Now, in order to make that active, you can sit there and read it with your multimeter and see if there's voltage in there. Probably there's not if you don't have the wiring harness connector. So you go to your front fuse box, and starting from the front fuses, starting from here, start at number 25. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, boom, empty, 18. 25 amp fuse in number 18. And that should send 12 volt constant power to our wiring harness back here. So I'm going to test that and see 11 point something. Well, I've had the tailgate and everything open, so that's constant power, so we know that was the constant power. So I'm going to cut the connectors that I have to back there to splice them in, and I'll show you the wiring colors in a few minutes. But it's essentially just going to be to wire up into that little plug, splice the wires into there. There's not a lot of room to work in here, but you can, it's not that tough. Just take some of the wiring loom tape off and you'll be good. And like I just pushed the insulation here to hold this panel out. I just pushed the rubberized insulation that's holding this out far enough so I can get my hands in there. Right here, this is going to be your ground for your trailer connector, and then you basically need 3 lights. You need left, right, and stop, and that's about it. And I have them written down, what colors they are, and I don't know where I put it. But anyway, I'll hook those up, and again, dead simple, hooking up little clip-in splice connectors, or you can solder them, whichever way you feel comfortable with. I'm just going to splice them in. And make sure you use a fused connector between your power box, but I'll show you that in a few seconds. It's all dead simple. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, right down in here, you see it. You see the light coming up through there? There's a body grommet. It just pops out, and goes down underneath the chassis, and that's what I'm going to be using to run my wiring harness through. I just cut a slit in it. I'll pop the wiring harness through that and down underneath, and then cable tie it up wherever it needs to be so it can come back to the hitch. Like I said, I originally ran it inside the bumper. You can do whatever you want. There's a million different ways you can do it. Just don't go out through the vent of your the side vent there. That it'll let moisture and dust into your car, and you don't want to do that. And so anyway, I'm going to run this down through, and then I'm going to hook up the wires, and I will show you the connections, which colors they are, in a minute. Okay, a bit of a brain fart. For some reason I pulled this panel off because I was going to run the green wire over to the to the right hand turn signal, but with the trailer hitch connector here, the original hitch connector, I don't need to do that because it's built right into there. So here are the colors. Okay, it's car side, so we'll go to, so black on this connector anyway. The black, which is battery, is going to go to the big red in the connector. Right turn, which is green on here, will go to the pink connector in the wiring harness. So right turn is pink. Left turn, which is yellow on here, will be green on this connector here. Will be green. Tail light is blue on this connector, and stop is orange. And then you have ground, which is going to ground to here. So the ground goes here. Positive, battery positive goes to the red connector in there, or the red wire. Right turn goes to pink. Left turn goes to green. And tail light is blue. Stop light is orange. And I'm going to hook all that up, and we'll see if it works when I'm done, or if I blow something up. Shouldn't, but we'll see. Okay, wiring all done. It's all a mess in here because I haven't tucked it all up, but you can see got all the crimp connectors. There is room to get in here and get the crimp connectors on. The power wire, the main power wire, I soldered it and then shrink wrapped it and then wrapped it in electrical tape just to be sure. It's got a 10 amp fuse that comes with the kit, which I do recommend putting in between your power wire and the converter. And the converter box is stuck right on there on the back inner wall. And again, the trailer wiring is going down through this grommet there in the floor, which I'm going to seal up with sealant. Now that it's gone down through there, I'll seal it up and make sure no water comes up through there. I'll just tidy these wires up, tuck it in, put everything back together, and we're good. Again, if you're accessing the wiring on this side, there's no need to remove this bottom panel. It's not really that big a deal. There's no, well, you do actually, you know what, you do have to take it off to get this the side panel out. So you do have to take off the bottom trim piece, the threshold there. So it'll be about 5 minutes to put this all back together. It does work. I have tested it, and thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, my ground cable here, it was not going to undo. This thing was tight. So I just put a self-tapping sheet metal screw in there. It's the white wire. I just zapped a self-tapping sheet metal screw in there and grounded it to the chassis. So anyway, good to go. I'm just going to clean this up, tuck everything back in, and we'll be done. Thanks for watching.